Hi, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the meditation. I hope you feel relief, feel like you've helped the world in some sense of purpose and helpfulness and service in doing that collective meditation. Uh, when we do that and we come together and spread loving energy in that way, uh, it just becomes more and more powerful than one single individual doing it. So thank you for joining in that. Remember, it is not a one and done meditation. Anytime you feel called to do some sort of gritting light service type of work, feel free to use this meditation and feel free to send it to other people to get their help as well. Now, I wanted to talk to you today about my experience because when you listen to that meditation, you really only hear Bailey's voice. So it sounds like it's just her, but she is guiding you through the process. She is helping you along and telling you what to do. Now, in the background, I'm doing a lot of stuff energetically. And as an experiencer, I'm supposed to share my experiences and that type of thing. And you may experience something like this. You may have experienced something like this while you were meditating, which might validate what you were experiencing as well. So before we even got started, Gaia rooted me. I had roots growing out of my feet into Gaia long before Bailey was even into the recorded portion of the meditation. Guides were coming in, and um, we started grounding into the earth. And I just kept hearing, "You're going to be the anchor. You're going to be the ground. You're going to be that." Now, I thought that was for Bailey because that's normally our uh, kind of our roles together. She does kind of energy work, and then I help ground and root us to the planet. I'm kind of the anchor to the earth type of thing. But what I didn't expect was for it to become much more than that. Now, anything can happen when we're in those spaces, which throws expectations out the window. So it was interesting. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with this, and started letting these roots pull me into the ground, and I could feel the earth. And I started feeling tight and pulled down, and watched as like these, I don't know, giant pieces of bark, I guess you would call them, moved up, and could almost see them, like almost physically see them moving up my legs and up my body and encasing me in bark, encasing me like I would be on the inside of a tree. And it was interesting because it grew up and then it grew into a tree with branches, bare branches. Now, as she's going through the meditation, I start seeing leaves pop up, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And I'm also feeling pressure. I'm feeling like tight, kind of tight. And what's happening is this tree is forming around me, um, and I can feel the pressure of like being inside that tree. And I start seeing these leaves pop up, and they're green leaves and different colored leaves, and here they're representations of people popping into this meditation collectively. And there's a few at first, not many, and then over time it just starts going, and the tree starts filling with leaves, which is a beautiful thing because it was kind of a moment of awareness of some of my time travel gifts of seeing that the collective will slowly pick up the meditation, and then it will accelerate and people will share it and more people will come in. But what was interesting is I could start feeling, if I picked a leaf, I could feel who that was, and I was starting to see faces from Instagram and TikTok and energies coming in on these leaves, and them popping up and glowing, and we were bringing energy down through everybody, and I could see everybody, a representation, bringing light down to where they were, sending it to where they wanted it to go, that sort of thing in this black space. When I go into these places, I call them black spaces because I just see the imagery and the experience I'm having without much around it other than blackness. So I'm seeing a big tree, I'm seeing lots of blue and white light representing people around the earth, beams of light coming into the earth on those people, these leaves popping up everywhere, some of the leaves glowing. And what was interesting is that as I would see this, 10 seconds later, maybe less, I would hear Bailey kind of talking about something that I was almost like she was seeing what I was seeing in the way we described it. She's like, she told me that she's not necessarily seeing it, she's feeling it and guiding and being told what to say. And then I'm, seeing it and experiencing it on my end. So it's interesting, that energetic play back and forth. But I started seeing all that. And at one point she says, to root into the ground, I could feel the ground rooting more and more, and feel people rooting into the earth. I can feel everyone around, and the tree gets bigger. The more people there are, the thicker the tree gets, the heavier the tree gets, to the point where I can't move. I'm in a position like this. I have my hands on the table, and my hands are on the table, and I'm just frozen. My muscles are tight, and I can't move because I'm grounding, and the energy is just flowing through me. And I'm like, wow, I haven't experienced something like this in a long time. When I first started out doing certain things, they can be physically difficult until you really train your body over and over and over again to do it. And so I was experiencing that because this was the first time I've experienced this type of thing with the tree. And I just kept seeing more and more people come in, the tree getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like taking up my house, getting bigger and bigger, and roots going into the ground. And at one point she asks people to go and touch, go up to source divine light, to bring that down. And I see some of the leaves trying to lift, like the spirits of the people are trying to lift that way. And the purpose of me grounding is to keep people here on earth, so they bring the energy here on earth. So as those leaves are trying to lift off and break away from the branches of the tree, I'm using my energy through the tree, and we're holding on to all those leaves. We're holding them in place. They try to float, and we're like, nope, pull them back down. And we can feel the energy holding on to them so they can bring the energy through them and into the earth. And as this whole process is going on, I start doing something I've never done it with people before. I've done all this stuff with nature. I've done it all at home. I've gridded an entire town with light over the course of a year. Doing some of these techniques, just not with a collective of people. And so all that stuff came into a purpose, I guess, for this meditation. And as people are anchoring light and they're grounding into the earth and they're bringing that down, what they may have not noticed, what you may have not noticed as you were meditating, is that my energy and the energy of the tree are connecting all of the light. So all those roots into the ground, we're reaching across the earth and we're connecting them, connecting the people, connecting the light, connecting everything. So it all flows in and all flows around, all flows together, all becomes one type of thing. And we're weaving that and binding it and helping everything root into the earth. And then as time went on, we kept doing that. We kept rooting people, kept seeing the leaves growing. My guides helping me as time was going on. And then what was really fascinating is, because I work with all the realms, dragons, angels, galactics, all that, activations started going through me as they normally do when I'm speaking on my experiences or helping people with spirit art and that sort of thing. But they started going through me, through that energetic network, into the people connected to the meditation. So you might actually feel energy from myself or from Bailey as she's talking. We're both doing this, and we're both doing it together in this space. Whether it's for me or her, you may find yourself having energetic activations to other things. So if you come out of this meditation and you were seeing dragons, or you were seeing angels, or you were seeing fairies or galactics or all that, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's allowed. It's part of the process. And you may be receiving activations and downloads because those were pulsing out into the collective through those root structures that we were creating. So this is not just a global meditation of you bringing light into the earth. It is also a way for you to raise your vibration and receive more information, more downloads, more activations, and hopefully awaken some more experiences within you. So at the end of all of that, I think that was basically it. We pulled back all of our energies, and I was supposed to do a meditation. In the idea was we kind of had it like she was going to do a meditation, I was going to do a meditation, because I kept seeing myself doing this tree rooting meditation, and here it was actually me grounding the meditation. So I just misunderstood what I was being shown at the time. But at the end of the meditation, I couldn't move. Even when she came out and she was like, there's a point, which it'll probably be cut out, but there was a point where she's like, okay, Will, do you have anything to say or something like that? And I'm just kind of like, no, I'm good, type of thing, because I can't move, and I'm still like it's like the tree around me is still shrinking down and disappearing and releasing from me and back into the earth and that sort of thing. But it was very interesting to be a ground for the entire collective versus what I normally do, which is very much more smaller scale. And just be aware that if you have any types of experiences like that, if you see a giant tree, if you see beings around you, that's all part of the process. And you can experience this meditation in many ways, but I wanted to share that with everybody, especially to help validate anybody if they saw those types of things, if they saw the trees, the roots, the beams of light from other collective members, or dragons, galactics, and other beings coming through. So, excuse me. Remember, you can do this meditation as much as you want. It's all about raising the collective consciousness, the vibration of Earth, the vibration of Gaia. And so, other than that, share it with as many people as you can, and feel free to share with us your experience on social media. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Clapper, and some other places. Always at Awaken with Willow, and Bailey is at Elysion Exchange 111. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for participating. And just let us know if you have any questions and what you experienced. Thank you. Love you all.